Wally? What you doing out here? Okay, we gotta go show everybody the garden. Well, good morning, everybody. It's been a while since we've done an update, and it's mostly because I started raising butterflies again. I wasn't planning on doing that this year because it's a lot of work to bring them in. But, you know, I had like this little milkweed pod here going, and to be honest with you, it was just breaking my heart watching the wasp come over, pick them, and carry our little guys off. So with that being said, starting some more milkweed, since it seems like we're gonna do this year. I also have some random dill started here and there, because I'm thinking I really enjoyed raising the swallowtails last year, so I want to try this year. I have some cuttings and some seedlings that are going mixed results so far in here in an enclosure, just because our swarms of those, whatever the red bug things are we have in Florida on the milkweed, are just getting a little ridiculous. But I need to show you what's going on in the garden, because there's a lot of good stuff going on. So this is my green stalk garden area, having a lot of interesting things that I haven't grown in here before, especially in this one, which is new. I have some dwarf sunflowers, just all sorts of kind of mixed things in here, trying some experiments. This tower has strawberries, which I had pruned out last year, so they're all from last year. I didn't buy any this year. However, this particular row, the second row, does have sweet potato seedlings that I purchased, or slips I suppose, not too long ago, that have taken really well. This container really should have been redone, but it didn't. But there's lots of fennel, parsley, some milkweed that's left in there, and it was kind of originally a butterfly tower for butterfly food, but you know, as things ate part of it or not all of it, it kind of looks a little weird. But so what I figured is the top layer, I had some extra slips, so I put them in, and you know, I got some parsley that bolted and whatnot. But essentially this is gonna be a butterfly tower, and I'm kind of planting as I go here. Kind of wanted to show you, hopefully you can tell at an angle, like what the yard's coming together at. I kind of have a new plan this year, because if you saw my channel from last year, like right in this area here where like that green bucket is, there's banana trees and, you know, half a dozen boxes around it, and it got a little crazy, a little overgrown. So I'm doing things a little different this year. But I'll show you where I'm at right here. This is all, for the most part, edibles. We have some squash, evidently some amaranth spinach decided to grow there. Have my grow bag with my actual sweet potatoes in it, so that's exciting. We have lots of new varieties of tomatoes this year, which I'm excited to try. This one on the left, which is growing like crazy, is Matt's wild cherry tomato, and this one is a lollipop yellow pear. Obsessed with the description, so hoping they're really good. These are going to be hibachi peppers that I've never grown before, but heard good things. And then also I have some yellow bell peppers that I got that actually seeded from a store-bought pepper. And like, can we just take a minute to appreciate, like, you can tell the sun's coming up. Got all these roses blooming. I mean, this is just phenomenal. Pruned my roses one time, and I just can't. It's amazing the number of roses that are coming out. But you hear, perfect example. This is my milkweed in this little section, or some of my milkweed, and like these little bugs just get out of control. They take over the plants. So what are you gonna do? We got some. Let's see. I think these are the Cubanellas peppers. I don't like spicy peppers, so I don't have that. These seeds took a little while to get to me, but some of them, you can see them starting to pop up. You helping, Wally? Wally's helping. These are going to be red Marconi peppers when they grow up. This poor box, I tried to grow squash in it, but I have a little mouse friend that as soon as I put the bigger seeds in there, he digs them up like a jerk. So I was like, all right, fool me once / 3 times. Shame on me. But I just went ahead and put some more pepper seeds in, so I was like, screw it. This is my cow, apparently Wally. He likes to take the grass. And then just kind of going back on this row here, there are two different tomatoes here, cherry tomatoes, because I like cherry tomatoes. I don't like the bigger ones, and quite honestly, they're easier to grow, so I like that. And I have I'm trying to do better at companion planting some smaller stuff in there. My little cocktail tree is doing great. Lots of lemons or limes in there. Squash and zucchini, you know, it's crazy because they both got put in at the same time and such different results. I am, I'll step back in a second and show you. This box is going to get this giant earth box staking system in it that is also as tall as those. I just haven't transplanted it over, or if it's on a plant, whatever. I haven't relocated it, but the plan is with the squash, I want to try to grow it vertically because I haven't really done that before. And something that always gets me is the growth, like the mold and whatnot on here. So I'm trying to really aggressively prune. If only I could get Wally to not eat the grass and I can get him to eat this, but it's spiky, so I can't do that. But it's a nice tall support trellis. So I did buy these really cute little LED stars that are solar operated that I had going across all three, but since I switched the buckets around, I don't have it up, but I'll show you guys later when they're up. And obviously more roses. Actually, you know what? I'll step back for a second because this is pretty cool. My almond bush, I'm trying really hard to get a nice, I mean, look at this. Look how giant this thing is. Okay, so like that's the fence line. That's like, what, 6 feet? And so that's how big the sweet almond bush is now. I mean, it's crazy. I'm trying really hard to water it a little bit more regularly so it's got plenty of flowers for our pollinators, just because they seem to be having a rough time with the, you know, crazy hornets from Asia or wherever they're from. But I'm gonna hope to put some sort of drip irrigation in over there. I haven't worked out the details because, well, I'll stand back one more time. This, so the fence line here, I'm running some boxes across them, and it happened to work out where I have 6 of the blue ones. So I'm doing like 2 blues, 1 round container, 2 blues, 1 round container, and then I haven't finished that down there because I'm running out of soil. But essentially my main automatic watering system line that I have that supports all those fruits and vegetable boxes that we just saw, I put a splitter in it here, and I'm running it here, and then I'm gonna bury this part of it once I figure out what's going on. But I essentially just ran it in there, and right now I only have this forward, at least the boxes on the line. I need to I'm gonna get like a drip irrigator, I think, for these, because we'll just jump right into it. This tomato I did not plant. I showed you guys, I think, a picture on Instagram, if you follow me on there, a couple weeks ago, because I had kind of refreshed this soil a little bit, moved some things around, and this, I think, is one of the tomato plants that I had growing over here last year, and I'm thinking I probably dumped some of the soil in here at one point. But I mean, I'm pretty sure it's it's a determinate, just the way it's been growing. But I mean, like, I barely water this thing. It's putting out absurd numbers of tomatoes. Like, this thing sprouted up and grew this big quicker than my seedlings that are getting full water support from the automatic watering system. I mean, like, it's that level of an aggressive plant. So I'm here for it. You know, we need that in Florida. So he's doing great. My Family Jewels milkweed, he's holding on from last year, but not putting out a lot of new growth. So I'm trying to water it a little bit better, but you know, it's 90 something degrees here. Guard dog is still here. This is actually my gardenia that was back on the other side of the yard, if you remember, and I was a little hesitant about moving it because I knew how much they like the shade, and it was blooming so beautifully. And if you're following me on Instagram, you saw, like, I got some just absolutely stunning blooms for the first year, but it seems to be doing well here. So we got some butterfly bush, some beautiful yellow flowers there. This one is doing pretty good. The butterflies love this. It stopped blooming. I think it's just having a little moment. This had I can't remember it, but all of those like nice purple blue flowers, but it seems to be, all the blooms seem to be shedding, so I'm not sure if it's from all the sun it's getting or what. So I'm gonna keep an eye on that because I haven't grown those before, really. So hey Lolly. Hi big guy. I'm gonna just scoot around you because, so this box is the last one on this particular line, you can see, for the automatic watering system. We have some seedlings popping up here, but I'm trying to do some Love Lies Bleeding Amaranth because I think it's a really pretty plant. When I worked in florals, I loved working with it. And then, so I have some, I think, I wrote it down in my book, hopefully. I have some red Chinese multicolor amaranth spinach. I don't know, we'll see how that goes. Oh yeah, and so got some potatoes. I'm pretty sure it's the wrong time of the year to grow them, but now that this mouse has like attacked them so many times, I'm trying my best to keep them going just to see what happens. Still working on planting these out. I put some stuff in here the other day. We'll see if it picks up. I mean, it is like, see, like this is what kills me. Like, what is this? Did a mouse pull this seedling up, or was this seed? I don't know. But I did put a few little things in here literally a day or two ago. And the yard is pretty empty still. I have this kiddie pool that we drilled some holes into that I'm throwing some of my cuts in from the, you know, the tomatoes, the, I don't know, peppers, squashes, whatever I have, because my hope is that over here I can put it in here with some nice trellising and kind of cover up some of this, because as a renter I can't really do anything about that, but might be able to. But this is all I got. Okay, Wally, you say bye to everybody? Okay, bye everybody. Just kidding, I realized I forgot to mention all the cardboard that's underneath here is partially in place because obviously we have sand. We're in Florida, we're essentially on a giant beach, and so the boxes are sinking, but I need to keep them level with the automatic watering system. And so I did some research, and people are having some really great luck with cardboard as both a leveler, a weed barrier, just a lot of different things. So I kind of started to throw some back here. You can actually see that I'm throwing behind the boxes as well to help stunt some of the weed growth, because when this area here was all done up, it was just really impossible to weed. So I'm hoping that this is a 2-for-1, and also, so it's helping level the boxes, it's helping prevent some weeds, and then also as it breaks down, because I've removed all of the plastic tapes and everything, it's gonna help put some carbon into the soil, or in this case sand, and hopefully make it a little bit more nutritious for future growth. So we'll see how it breaks down. Like, these are some of the first ones that got put down, and I've had to adjust. Like, you can see, like yesterday we're still adjusting a little bit, where like you can see the bottom layer is super wet, and that's because it's still dripping a little bit because it's just a little uneven. So we put some extra layers in, and since they're fairly dry, I'm inclined to think that they're fixing the problem, but we'll keep checking it. We let it sit for a day or two because there's automatic water, you know, feeding all of these on a little bit at a time. But hey, Wally. Oh, look at that boy. Hi. You want to go hang out with your best buddy? Yeah, he's going to hang out with his best friend today, so he's excited to go. All right, big guy, we'll get you in the car soon. But yeah, this is where our garden's looking at the beginning of May this year. Hope to have some more updates for you guys soon. Apologies for the delay, but you know, life happens. And then if you want more regular updates, little things that we're doing here and there, or the caterpillar updates to see how they're doing, because I've got probably close to a dozen of them, you know, all nice and taken care of over there. Definitely follow me on Instagram, because that's where you're going to see a lot more updates, just because it's a lot more fun and easy, to be quite honest with you, and it doesn't take as long. But hope you guys are doing great. Have a beautiful day. Hopefully you can go out and enjoy some roses or something while you're in quarantine, or if not, learn about growing something, because I mean, peppers are great, and if you grow them yourself, they're a lot cheaper than buying them at the store. And right now, cheap is good. All right, everybody, stay safe. Talk soon.